Hey, good morning, everybody. I want to clear up something that I said yesterday in my live Bible study. I was talking about me watching the news, and I was giving an example of the Holy Spirit leading me to the book of Revelations. And I threw in there that I don't watch the news often. And it's because I don't want to be swayed in my thought processing. The whole premise of the Bible study yesterday was about choosing a side, understanding that there are distinctive sides in this battle that we are in, and it's between God and Satan. And it's between the followers of Jesus Christ and the followers of Satan. And I mentioned that I don't get caught up in political anything. Let me share this with you. There was a time I too believed that we should be involved in political back and forth, banter, rhetoric, however you want to call it. I have seen the light. A friend of mine said to me years ago, no, we should not be a part of that. And I adamantly disagreed. But I thank God he's opened my eyes, and I repented for participating in it, especially in the manner by which it's being presented to our society, the way we are treating each other because of it. I have just seen some of the awfulest, terriblest people who claim to be saved, claim to know the Lord, and they will just side with some of the craziest stuff, confusing God's will with in what he allows to people now walking with God. And that goes on both sides. I am not a believer, and this is why I'm doing this video, to make it crystal clear about what I think. I do not believe that everybody that says they're saved is saved. I look at their fruits. You should look at my fruit. You shouldn't just go off of what I say. Just because I said Jesus Christ does not mean I follow Jesus Christ. Just because I said I know him doesn't mean that I should just believe and take that in for face value. I also don't do this. I'm not going to take what somebody else says that we should do in the Bible, from the Bible, concerning the Bible. And I'm talking about the Jews and Israel and all of that, off of somebody else's interpretation. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to read the word. I'm going to study the word for myself. And I'm going to pray, and God is going to bless me with an understanding so that I know what the truth is. The biggest problem is we don't want the truth. We like to be in cliques and picking sides and who's the strongest and who isn't. There's a lot of racism that motivates a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now. And we have to be honest about that. It just is. It's a lot of false teaching, false leading. There's a lot of selfishness. It really doesn't have anything to do with the good of the whole. It's all about what you want done and what you want supported and what you don't want supported. I even yesterday heard, not yesterday, day before yesterday it was, a pastor, so-called, claims, had a church where people follow him, teaching that when Jesus told Lazarus to come out, that he was talking about coming out of the closet. How he even got there is nobody but Satan. And he has millions of followers. I say thousands, I'm sorry. Thousands of followers. If you don't believe me, go look it up. All you got to do is put in pastor preaches that Lazarus came out gay, and it'll pop up. And I don't go looking for this stuff. It kind of comes up in your algorithm based on what it is it thinks you might be interested in watching. And well, you guys know how algorithms work. But anyway, my thing is, when it comes to the atmosphere right now, period, point blank, you don't know these people. The only one who sees and knows all is God. Yes, I believe we have to choose our sides when we vote. You vote your best interests, and your interests as a believer should involve not just your own personal and who the people that you know, but it should also include what other people may need in this life. And many of us, if we would really think about that, we'd have a much harder time voting. We wouldn't be so quick to check off red and blue. Our ballots would be mixed. But the truth is, you don't know these people. We're only going off of what they say. We don't even know the conversations that are being had when the cameras are not around. So we can't jump up and cause all kinds of division and all kinds of craziness based off of what we think we know about people. I had a friend of mine, and I'm getting ready to close after this one. I had a friend of mine to tell me, because I loved Robin Williams, and when he committed, unalived himself, I was so distraught. Didn't believe it. And I was talking to her, and I said, I don't believe he did that. She said, oh, you know him personally? I will never forget that, because it was like, no, I don't know him personally. But that's how sometimes we can get so entangled in people that we don't even know. Making assumptions, forming beliefs that are based off of just what you see on television. So my purpose for saying that was to, I felt like I needed to expound a little bit on what I was actually saying, and I didn't want to just leave that like that. All right, have a good day, everybody.